Hi Cancer, my name is Luciani. I'm transitioning into Ascending Synergy. Thank you guys so much for coming to this channel. If you haven't done so already, please click the like and subscribe button. So this is going to be a tarot and oracle spiritual reading for the month of August. And we have some energies coming out here for you. So this is going to be an oracle that I'm pulling here for the overall energy for the month of August. So we have number 5. Number 5 represents in numerology challenges and changes that are occurring here. So there's definitely some transitions that are taking place in Cancer's life for the month of August. Additionally, in relation to 5, these are things that are changes and that are challenges, and it's very important for us to just go with the flow, surrender to the things that are changing, finding the strength for it, and also, again, taking the time to really be vulnerable at this particular point, because our vulnerability is our power right now. Do not consider that it's a weakness in any kind of way. This is a way for us to be open with others, and also the universe taking care of that mastery energy of that instilled in us. So if vulnerability is a position of power, we have to also ask ourselves, why do we allow bad things to happen to ourselves or for others to treat us poorly? How is this a position of strength? So finding the answer is key to making a lot of extraordinary changes at this time. So when we understand the empowering aspect of our position, the changes needed becomes very clear. If this experience is like unsavory, don't flinch, don't move away. Really delve into and extract the purpose so that you're leaving everything that's no longer serving you behind. Is really surrendering to the process of receiving everything that you need easily and effortlessly. So this energy is definitely taking you places here, but allowing that, just simple allowance, is very important for the month of August. So let's get into some tarot here, Cancer, and get deeper into this message. What are we allowing? What are we flowing with? Wow. Let me pull all of these energies out here. Ooh, sorry, y'all. Sorry. Let me pull this up here. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, so what I'm seeing is just, there is definitely either August is really bringing in some reconciliations for you guys. And I feel like it's very important to flow with it. This is something that you could have walked away from, not really intuitively walking away, knowing that this is something that you had to walk away from, or this is them walking away from us, and we were in that process of healing from it, like real deep healing here. And that was the big influence. And I feel like they could be coming back too early. I feel like you still are healing, and even the things that are done, and it's like through, I believe this is an energy where someone is looking to come reconcile with you, and they really did a lot of work in terms of finding their inner wisdom, and really going to counseling and figuring out the things that they really made a lot of mistakes, and it really was in an imperfect space. But I feel like a lot of things that they really fell short on, or even things that were deceptive or shady, it feels like it's really coming to an end. And then there's this place of healing and hopefulness, just because we were in a state of solitude and really gaining a lot of wisdom and intuitiveness. I do feel like there's an influence of where is this going to go, not really knowing if it's going to land you in a place of like emotional fulfillment. But again, there is this moving on in a beautiful way. It's no longer seeing things from a glass half empty, but really seeing and working hard and being very ambitious about the things that you feel like you really had to separate from. If this has anything to do with a place of employment, again, I feel like you're working hard to really separate yourself from things that, again, are emotionally unfulfilling. I'm I'm getting a heavy influence that this is, in fact, a relationship, and you are really wanting to change locations and really move on from the location that you're in, or some sort of stability that you want to uproot. However, we just might feel like we can't do that just now until we get some new financial opportunities being presented to us. So I do feel like there is this sense of waiting, still in that space of healing also. You're coming up in your own energy with the moon card here in the present moment. You're very intuitive. Your intuition absolutely is on fire. Please listen to it. And if this means listening to it where you have to separate from things that, again, I feel like are not really serving you anymore. If this is a relationship, you really know that you're really looking to unburden yourself, is what I'm really receiving. Anything that felt like it was just a challenge, you're ready to just really unload. I'm getting this energy of like unbound yourself, and you are. That's the healing part. You're really letting go of anything that was outdated concepts, mental capacities. You're changing your perception. You're no longer feeling like the victim. You're really working hard towards your goals. And there is this sense of I feel like you're still in that space in August of fogginess. Where should my next step be in life? What kind of plan should I really step towards? And I feel like even if we're feeling like hopeless or feeling like financially we're not going to get where those steps that you do want to take, I feel like that's all just a feeling. Cancer, and it's very important. Wow, and it's very important for you to change your perception on how you feel, because initially, once we change our perception and really go after our dreams, it turns litty. Like it's lit. It really changes the dynamic of this energy here. I feel like you have to be very clear of what you have to cut out, and be very wise here. Also, very, very wise energy. You're coming up very wise, intuitively, or rather subconsciously. I feel like you know what you got to do. You got to get to work. You got to become ambitious. You really need to lay down the seeds here. There's a beautiful foundation here that you really want to cultivate and create, and really put the work in and learn through it, and really, really be your own boss at it, and really bossing up here. And once you do that and accept your mistakes, accept your imperfections, you're it's like a victory here. There's a victory here once we truly do accept ourselves in a way, or just really finding forgiveness in those who really made those mistakes here. If this is a reconciliation, I feel like this was a relationship that was definitely a separation, and someone is looking to come back around and really apologize. Yep, they are coming back around to apologize. And I feel like Cancer, some Cancers are not trying to hear it. I do feel like you are not trying to hear it. And they're coming in with a lot of communication, actually, a lot of different. They're coming about this in so many different ways where I feel like it kind of throws you off guard. I do feel like you feel like totally side swooped with this person coming in. I feel like they're coming in maybe at the wrong time, or you feel like you could be going to someone at the wrong time, and it feels like that. It feels like someone is still blocked, still really stagnant. They're not really ready for this big apology here. That could quite go quite well, but I don't think someone is really in that forgiving mood or mode right now. I feel like this person probably put this person through so much where they're still healing, they're still processing, they're still trying to unlearn the things that they've been through. And that's why I feel like this new opportunity with someone from your past that can come up as an apology and really talk up through these things. I feel like Cancer, either you or the partner that you're looking to apologize to, and really like kind of gain clarity rather on the situation, is that I feel like it's coming in at a very wrong time. You really just want to move on, really want to move on, and I feel like you can't, because you either go back to this energy and feel like stifled in the things that you really want to accomplish with your passions, or this is an energy where um, we know that we have to really be impulsive now and using our vulnerability, using that flowing energy to kind of make these changes happen for us in our life here. Um, I feel like, yeah, like you guys really have to be mindful of your intuition. I feel like you do. I feel like you know that you had to cut this person out, even though it was extremely difficult. It's like your peace of mind, your inner peace had to come with this sacrifice, and you knew that for you to gain new employment, new opportunities, coming out of things that were financially stifled, you knew that you had to really leave this behind. Now, this isn't about relationships. This could be a career where you're just literally moving on because it's just that time where you know that this is not emotionally fulfilling. They have made way too many mistakes, mistakes with your paycheck, not just being underpaid and old, like you're just doing the most and you're not being compensated for all of the things that you are doing and not being seen and recognized. And for you to really walk away really is the victory here. It's just walking away and moving on and really allowing yourself to flow with your emotions right now. If your emotions is not really embodied and embedded in this career or this sector that you could possibly be in, I feel like the focus is finances, but I feel like it's now taking your energy away from the things that you really are like maybe more engaged in, things that you really want to put your efforts in, such as your dreams, some sort of change of location, change of address, and just a moving on to bigger and better. I feel like the finances takes a role in this, but again, changing our perception about it really brings victory too. I feel like the only issue I feel like is here is just the 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 cloudiness of what is to come, not really knowing what road to take, what path to take, or I feel like that's the energy that is kind of unclear that you're really looking to uncover and embody. And I feel like that has a lot to do with this vulnerability energy here. So we have a vice card here, and this snake. We have shedding old skin. Yes. Cancer, you guys are really moving into a whole new version of yourselves, guys. This is a very powerful energy. Um, with the snake here, this just feels like, again, I feel like you want to possibly, again, change locations, is what I'm getting. Um, but additionally, outside of changing locations, it's also an energy where you really just want to reveal your true colors, your talents and gifts to the world. There's definitely some things that you're dreaming on in your dreams. And I feel like you shouldn't feel hopeless about it. That's the point of reference. You deserve this energy. And once you unblock yourself of your own way of looking at it, it actually and start facilitating and working towards it and really putting the efforts to build your empire, it really does come into fruition here. But this is an energy where it's washing over your life at this time. If some for some reason that you feel like your true self hasn't been recognized or you've been misread by others, know that this energy is now leaving you. As you've been working through your old stories and all of the self-limiting beliefs that you've accumulated along the way, you've been peeling away a shield of skin that has been creating limiting experiences. So your own personal commitment to growth has been recognized, and now the external world will begin to reflect all the work that you've been doing from within. You guys have been doing a lot of inner work here. And if you feel like someone you love has misunderstood you, just know that they will be able to see beyond that if we're willing to recognize our own challenges. That goes back to this vulnerability energy here. It's really time for a renewal and renewal, rather, and abundance and connection. This is a reborn energy. It feels. Now I kept kind of now I'm seeing this energy, like I feel like this person is pregnant with their own personal truth, and here's this shedding of the skin where you now delve into your own personal truth. And I feel like you cut people out who do not resonate with this new version of yourself anymore. You're really cutting the people out because you know that your inner peace is the first and foremost thing that's utmost importance to you. And I do feel like there is a reconciliation here with friends or just certain family members. But if this, I also see relationship, but in any regard, I feel like you guys are blocking people out. You're not even really in that space to even hear what they have to say because you're really catering to this new version of yourself that you're kind of um, butterflying in, and it's actually really beautiful. And I feel like you just are in this very steadfast mode of energy where you're really looking just to build your empire, your true identity, living in your authentic truth, and really just trying to see like, well, what's next with this energy. And I feel like anybody that can get in the way of that right now, it's just not a really good time. um, and this is someone who's cross watching. Like, this is not a really good time to really put anything in Cancer's life right now because they are really cocooning into a butterfly. And if you're not really, like, really in that kind of space with them congruently, then I feel like they're really not trying to hear you right now. And I love this energy because it's a season for everything, and this is a season for you, beautiful Capricorns. It could be involving a Capricorn, but I do see Scorpio energy and Aquarius heavily on this chart here, um, and also Aries. But for the most part, and Taurus, excuse me. But for the most part, Cancer, this just feels like you guys are really just blocking anything out that's just who could have ghosted us, that was very inconsistent, just a player energy, or just really someone who um, that's not really of your frequency just right now. I really do feel like anybody who even feels like somewhat of a burden, you're just like, no, I don't have the time and space to do the nurturing thing right now. I have to nurture myself. I'm really healing myself. I'm bounding myself. I feel like you guys are doing a lot of inner work here. And I think this is beautiful. So I feel like, you know what? People have to just honor your boundaries, period. And I feel like that is very important at this particular time, especially in the month of August here for you guys, okay? So that is just a general reading. Thank you guys so much for coming to this channel. If you would like a personal reading, I have my website, ascendingsynergy.com at the link below, and you guys can book a personal reading with me there, okay? Thank you guys so much for coming to this channel. Appreciate you. Love you. Bye.